So it's time to kick off your project build, and there's a variety of ways that you can do this. Firstly, and probably the most common way, is by using an initial prompt. I've just pasted in my initial prompt, and let's read over it. Build an internal SaaS expense tracker where members can log in and make note of their paid software subscriptions. Users should be able to add tools which they have a subscription to, including tool name, cost per seat, number of seats purchased, and members using it. The app should calculate total monthly and annual spend and help teams identify opportunities to cut costs. Use a clean, modern UI with professional styling. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is structure this prompt, and we can simply do this by clicking the plus button and enhance prompt. This rewords the prompt, as you can see, and structures it so the agent can better handle it. Also, I'm going to enter plan mode. This basically creates a plan of how to build out this software first, and it'll ask you any clarifying questions. It's much better to get clear on a plan before diving straight into building something. Don't feel like you need to explain everything in this initial prompt. In fact, it's usually better to start with the basics, check that that's working, and then incrementally add the features as you go. Please note that what you've written inside the prompt box will be discarded if you choose to start your project another way. Let's say you wanted to start with a Figma design. You can do so by clicking this Figma button here and pasting the frame URL. Press import from Figma and your project will use that frame to kick off your build. Similarly, if you want to start a project off by using a GitHub repository, you can do so. Simply connect your GitHub account to Bolt and then select the repository that you'd like to start your build from. For those of you who are a part of a team plan, we've introduced team templates. So say you want to redesign your company homepage. You can simply recreate this once, use this as a template so everybody else in your team can use that template as a starting point. Simply click this button and you can choose any of the templates that you wish to start with. Finally, if you want to use a URL of a live project to start your project build, you can do this too. Click on URL, paste it in, and you can start the project. We also allow connection to private URLs as well. Now let's go back to the initial prompt. We've got it in plan mode. Now we're ready to build. Now this is the Bolt interface you'll become largely familiar with. On the left is the AI agent chat. On the right is a preview of your project. You can always swap from previewing the project into viewing the code by clicking here. A minute or two later and Bolt has finished its plan. Let's have a look through it. It's come up with a database schema design and created a variety of tables. The agents come up with authentication and user management. It's created a plan for application architecture and routing between pages, thinks about how subscriptions are managed, adds analytics, and a variety of other things are here in its plan. Notice that it's asking us some clarifying questions. Let's answer these. Note that the clarifying questions often ask you about things that you may have not even considered, such as notifications. This shows that plan mode is a great way to explore features which perhaps you hadn't thought of. Now, we could either choose to continue refining the plan within plan mode. However, I'm quite happy with this and we're just going to turn it off plan mode and send off the build. A few minutes later, and Bolt has turned your plan into a complete working build. Let's have a look through it. And let's test it out. We'll see if we can create an account. And here we go. Here's our very first version of the SaaS tracking app. Let's see if we can add a subscription. Seems like it's working. Now, this is a really good point to test what you've got so far. I've added a second subscription and they've all disappeared from the subscriptions page. So let's prompt a fix. I said, after adding a second subscription, I've noticed no subscriptions are displaying on the subscriptions page. Please fix so that subscriptions always show here. Now let's enhance this prompt, and we've sent off the enhanced prompt to fix the app. Now we can see that both subscriptions are showing here in the subscriptions page. We've also got an animated dashboard We've got an analytics page, and we can even see team members. Now notice there's a new team member in here, Bolt Test. Bolt even has the capabilities to create its own account, interact with your app, and then use that information to report back to the agent and make fixes necessary.